Hi guys, I'm back at the house in Castle, Northwich. This is the new decent sized 3-bed that I've got. We started to do a lot of the rip out and we've been trying to put it back together, but every room we tend to touch at the moment brings up more issues. So I'll show you where we're at, I'll show you what we found and how we're gonna put it right. So we're currently in the lounge. As I said before, these chimneys here, they were taken out at this level, but they were left still upstairs and up in the loft. No steels, no brackets, nothing to support the weight. And what it meant was that sort of small section of wall there, because they put a doorway through that chimney and there was another doorway other side of that chimney, and it meant that basically that small section of wall just here was taking the weight of the gable wall, taking the weight of this wall that's been taken out, and the rest of the chimneys. So unfortunately it's meant that that wall has actually bowed, and that's something I didn't see when I first bought the property, but now we've built these chimneys back up, we've been able to see when we're building it. Obviously we've used a spirit level and the bricks have been getting deeper and deeper as we've gone up. So it's a bit worrying, but you know, we've now bricked up all the doorways, which will hopefully take a bit more of the weight, and now we've taking the chimneys back up. They should take the weight of the chimneys, and also they should offer a bit of support for that wall, because we've tied them into that wall as well. So they should be hopefully holding it in and stopping it bowing anymore. But yeah, that was a big job and a bit of an annoying job, because you know, from outside you might be able to see the bow. So when it comes to reselling, it's, you know, it might get pulled up, but hopefully we'll put that right now, and it shouldn't carry on anymore. Into the kitchen. Annoyingly, I wasn't hoping to do much to the kitchen, but the more I looked at it, the more I realised it's just been bodged. A lot of this house has been bodged. It's really frustrating. They've done things just quickly. They've not even done it cheaply. They've just done it the quickest way possible, and that's not always the best way. They've missed a lot of things, and I'll show you here in the kitchen. I've had to take out all the units, because basically the kitchen sink sat in here and it went past this boiler cabinet. So all they did is they put a blanking plate down and it fell onto the draining board of the sink, and it was just ridiculous. You can't really do that. You know, you're gonna, that bit of wood there is just gonna rot, isn't it? You know. So I've ripped it all out. I'm going to reposition the sink, but I'm going to reposition the sink in front of that window. Problem is that window's too low. So what I'm going to do is take that window out. I'm going to bring it up 2 courses, put a new window in, and redo all the cabinets again. It is a big job. Well, it's not a big job, but it's an expensive job for what it is. However, I want to do it right. You know, this whole kitchen's been sort of done a bit bodgy, and as I said before, it's a decent kitchen, so it seems a shame to not do it justice. So yeah, a couple of courses of brick, a new window, and the kitchen will look 10 times better. I've had to renew all the water as well, because I don't know if you see, there's an old lead pipe coming out of the wall, buried in the wall there, but then we've got a new alkaline pipe down there, and all the copper was just going into the ground and popping up in various places. So I've taken all that out and just reran a new hot and cold along that bottom there. So hopefully that should solve that issue. I had a big problem with the central heating in this house. They basically not really used any 22mm copper or any 22mm pipe to run the central heating, which, you know, for a house this size, there's 8 radiators, 9 radiators in it. So it was all done in 15mm. So that just basically means that the amount of water wasn't going to get to all the radiators to heat them up. It probably would have eventually, but you would have to have your heating on for quite a while. So I've had to sort of rip it all out and start again. And I ran 22mm pipe, you know, to basically do half the house. And then it's 15 for, I think there's only 3 radiators off the 15. So hopefully that'll mean that the central heating now will kick in quite quickly and be actually decent. We're going for a decent size 30 kilowatt boiler, so it should be able to throw out some good heat from that. Into the bathroom, I was hoping to not have to do much to the bathroom, but as always, we had a leak up at the top here, and this just shows, you know, just a simple leak, a bit of guttering, you know, get it done. As soon as you notice anything in houses, get it done, because they've not done it, they've left it, it's just got worse and worse. And then we've even got this fungus all growing on the wall, which is probably dry rot. So it's all been treated. I've given it 3 lots of treatment now, and it is starting to die off. It's going black and brown. It was white, polar white, when I first took all the board off. And obviously the timbers, they're a bit rotten. They've also got dry rot on them, so I imagine I've got to cut all that out, probably take that bit of the roof off, cut the rafters, redo the rafters, retile it, reboard it, all because of a bit of a leaking gutter. It's frustrating, really frustrating, but unfortunately I've got to do it. So yeah, the bathroom's a bit of a mess, and I was hoping of a simple job in that bathroom. You know, I've already redone the floor for rotten joists, and yeah, now I'm going to have to redo the roof as well. It had also come through on this side. On my last video, we removed a little bit of a patch of brickwork, but we've had to do the wall now. And again, there's that white mould just coming through. It's obviously in the brick, so I think, yeah, dry rot's got in there. So yeah, that's been treated. So I'm leaving it for a couple of weeks. Just want to make sure that the dry rot obviously dies, because I don't want to be replastering over it when potentially it could still be there. Because yeah, if it's rented, then I'm not going to be able to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't come back. In this front bedroom, again, that leaking gutter, all it was, a simple leaking gutter, and it's caused so much issues at the front of the house here. That has now dried up. We know we've sorted all that out. So this room can now be plastered again. And obviously the chimney has been built back up, and the weight is taken there. So yeah, again, with houses, you always get these issues, you always get annoying things, and the more frustrating thing is it's the fact that people have just bodged things and just rushed them and just got them done, and yeah, just not done work when it was needed to be done, basically, and it just gets worse and worse. And you know, a bit of guttering is probably £30 materials, maybe 50 quid for someone to do it. And instead, I'm now having to take half a roof off, redo a floor, replaster, reboard and tile, and so, you know, a 80 quid job turns into a few hundred quid in, you know, no time at all. So yeah, I'll get it right, and when it's all finished, I'll let you know. Cheers.